All right, I think we are live. Oh, I gotta turn my volume down so I don't hear myself. When you pop on, please say hello so that I know you're here. Let me know that you can hear me. I think everything's good on my end, but I'm not absolutely positive. Hello, Carol. Good morning. Glad you could join. All right, we are going to get started. Hey. My name is Shel Anderson, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I blog at shelscreativecorner.blogspot.com, and I can be reached anywhere, anytime, by email at andersonshel@gmail.com. I'd like to thank you for joining me with Stamp with Shel today, and we are going to be having a play with the Peaceful Deer stamp set. Now, this is part of a bundle, but for the purposes of today's video, we are only going to be using the stamp set. And I have paired this card with this gorgeous Peaceful Place Designer Series paper. It is absolutely out of this world. I'm going to open this up and give you guys a peek at this stuff in case you haven't seen it. It's all neutral, but there's some foils in there. You see the foil in that piece? There's some foils in here. I'm hoping you can see. I'm just waiting for my camera to catch up. Yeah, I guess you can. Then there's these, the gray tones, another foil. Check out all this goodness. Snowflakes are particularly gorgeous. I love that buffalo plaid. All right, now you've had a quick peek at that so you can see what other papers are in this pack, because I am sure, like me, you're going to want to add this to your stash. All right, so like I said, we're using Peaceful Deer. I've also brought in the frosted and clear epoxy drops, and our card base for today is basic black standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Carol's comment. Yeah, it's okay, you can share it with me, that's great. Okay, for the inside of our card, I have a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4, but I had this little strip left that I had cut off the front piece, and I could put that on there for a little bit of interest like that, but the whites are different, and that bothered me. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over, and instead of tossing this wee little piece, I am going to use it on the inside of my card. Now, those of you who are with me normally will notice that my setup is a little bit different today. You should be able to see me closer. The camera is actually closer to the table, so you should be able to see even closer than normal. I would love to have your feedback on that after the video, or during the video, if you prefer it this way, or if you like the camera up higher. Please let me know. So now that we've added that to our card liner, we're going to put the card liner on the inside. And see how that just dresses that up just a wee bit? All right, now we're going to work on our outside. So I have a piece of silver foil paper that I'm going to put on the outside here. I might as well do that right now and get it out of the way. Almost out of Tombow here. slide that into place. And now we're going to sit that aside so I don't get any glue on that piece. And we're going to work on this gorgeous DSP. And it has white and smoky slate in the background. And then there's black, smoky slate, white, and silver on the trees. I am going to do something I rarely do, and that is stamp right directly on the DSP. So I am going to put this down, and I am going to grab a couple of these. Oops, I'm going to need my mat because these are photopolymer stamps. So we're going to pop our foam mat in there, and then we'll put in our DSP. And I have this Mama Doe, and I thought I would have her coming out from behind that tree. And then I have what I'm calling, I don't know if that's what's intended, but I'm calling this the baby and the mama. And I am going to stamp these in, I'm going to try Smoky Slate first, see how I like it. Because I'm going to keep it all in that black, gray, neutral pattern. I know deers aren't gray, but that's okay. We don't have to be you'll see me put my bone folder under here because I don't want my paper to move. I'm just going to slide it under and hold it because when there's no ink on those photopolymer stamps, they are super, super sticky. And I just put my stamp case under here so that I have a nice firm place to ink up my stamps. And I'm going to take my cloth and just remove the ink off the back end of that deer. And hopefully, as I'm intending, see where there's no ink that's sticking? It looks like Mama's coming out behind the tree. Isn't that cool? Super cool. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this right on here because I want to put a little bit of color into this deer. And I think maybe I will use a blend. Hang on just a second till I find one that I want. I'm going to go light gray granite, I think, and see how that works. And I know we're not supposed to use alcohol markers with these inks, but I didn't want a real definite line. I just kind of wanted a hint, so I'm going to be careful and hopefully I won't get a whole lot of smudging. Kind of just going up to the line as best I can. And I know this is a bit tedious in a live video to watch, but it shouldn't take me long. These guys are pretty little. Get his leg here, or her leg. I just called her a mama, so I guess it better be a her, right? Now when you're stamping on DSP, of course, you're always running the risk of making a mistake and having to cut another piece of DSP, but I think it looks nice with those trees. Now, for any of you guys that are here, that are in my VIP group, directly after this video, if you want to join me for a special live video, I am doing a new technique over in my VIP group right after this video. So I invite my VIP members to come over there. If you are not a VIP member and you would like to be, and anybody who's in that group gets free exclusive videos that nobody else does. They have access to tons and tons of resources. There's a free printable weekly card making tutorial. There's all kinds of perks to being over there. How you get there is you purchase from me. Once you purchase from me, you're automatically invited into that group and you have access to all that and more than I just mentioned. All right, I'll bring that up closer so you can see. Just waiting for my camera to catch up with my actions here. So you can see how, I'm just going to leave those stamps on there for now. I should clean them a little bit maybe first. Oh, let's just put them away, and that way I won't lose them. Because that would be a catastrophe, trying to find clear stamps in this craft room. So let's just put them back in the case where they belong. There's the baby, and there's the mama. All right, I chose a couple of greetings here. I don't know which one I'm going to use. I've also got the double oval punch. So, whichever one fits in the double oval punch is the one that's going to be the winner. I am going to stamp those greetings on basic gray. So I am going to just pop them on this scrap piece of basic gray. I'm hoping to be able to use that one, but I'm thinking it's going to be too big. But we'll find out after I stamp them. Alright. Let's see if I can get these picked up. See how sticky these bums are? Whew! Very sticky. Alright. Now, let's ink these up and see what we can create. Did you see that hot mess? I just got ink all over my plate because I dropped my ink pad. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, let's put these stamps away and carry on our journey. As you can tell, this is a very, very simple card that we're creating here. However, I think it's going to turn out very beautiful with all this, the shimmer and shine from the foil and the dots. All right, let's see. Oh my heavens, it's going to fit. Check that out. If I can get that centered. I did not think it was going to fit. But while we're here, I might as well cut out this other one. Oops. After I chop some off the bottom. And we'll save this for another card. All right. Let's get that out of the way because we're done with that. And we can put this granite blend away. All right. We're not going to need that, and we're not going to need that, and that's garbage. Oh, we're not done with this punch. I wanted a black scalloped oval to go behind it, like so. So I'm just going to glue that together. We're really at the bottom of this glue bottle, soon to be tossed. All right, let's bring our card back in. Check that out. Isn't that beautiful? And when I stamped these deers, I did it full strength of the smoky slate. Now if you want, you can do it in black. I just wanted to try it in the smoky slate to see what it was going to look like. And I'm just going to take my marker and add a little bit of black highlighting where their eyes and noses are. And then I'm going to glue this down onto the front. Now, because we're putting this on foil, we need to be careful not to go too close to the edges, because you cannot get glue off of foil. It's impossible. And we're going to have to try very carefully. Oh, that's not too bad for a first shot, because our wiggle room margin is very little. All right, now I think just a couple of dimensionals. I'm sorry, Carol, I didn't realize I was out of the camera view. I'm going to put this little guy on an angle. And pull these in. Some are clear, some are frosted. I think I want the clear ones today. They are super shiny and will play off. There we have our sparkly, pretty deer card. And the reason that I use the basic gray here, or the smoky slate here, is that there's gray and white in this DSP, and I'll show you. I actually have a scrap of white. You see how it looks off if you put white on that particular DSP? That's why I went with the smoky slate. All right, that is our card for today. Thank you so very much for joining me. As I said, any of my VIP girls that are here, pop on over to our group, and I will be over there shortly. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Bye-bye.